Okay, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Today lesson will go through LO3, be able to evaluate the effectiveness of communication within a project management team. So that's all about today's lesson, and this lesson, the keyword effectiveness of communication. Communication is always two ways. Effectiveness, whatever your objective of that your communication, you're supposed to be achieved. So the what you message. So in effective communication, hello, welcome. So today lesson will go through effective communication, LO3, learning outcome 3, and is a effective communication. There's supposed to be a welcome. Let's will start. So always for effective communication, there should be a sender. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, welcome. So let's will start then. Today lesson will go to LO3, learning outcome 3, and which is about the effective communication within a project, because the communication is very important to make our project successful, and we have to deliver the message to our stakeholders. So that all will be focused today lesson. Always in effective communication, there should be a sender, message, and receiver. So sometime we have a problem in communication because we have a culturally different message in different culture have a different interpretation. So like example of red color. What is the red color? Red color, what come in your mind when we'll see the red color? Is a happiness, sadness?
Happiness?
Happiness. Red color is a happiness in most of Asian culture, but red color in especially in China and some part of in Japan is a sadness. So is not mean everywhere is a red color represent happiness. So if our project we have to launch a new product, and our packaging of the product is all about the red color, and we saying and we advertising this perfume is about happiness, is a sign of happiness, but actually the interpretation in that culture is about sadness. So we should like white color. What's come in white color? White color in India, what represent? If
When
ladies,
somebody dies,
somebody,
somebody's death.
yes, which is means sadness. Yes. So if lady wearing the white sarees, it represent the sadness. But same white things is wearing in Japan is represent the happiness. Even most of Western countries as well. So is a different culture, have a different colors and different meanings of these. So we need to be, when we communicate with somebody, we need to be well aware of cultural sentiment, religious sentiment. All we need to be look around to make our project, because we are doing purely commercial basis, and we need to be look around and we need to well understand. Okay, so today lesson we have a command verb. Command verb is very crucial to be understand and interpret, because in our assessment criteria we have examine. We need to be, when somebody say examine something, it means look, inspect, scrutinize carefully, and detail, investigate closely. When somebody say explain something, so you have to give the account for purpose of the reasons of something. When somebody say appraise something, appraise normally is mean doing just looking the performance of something, look back upon and appraise. Yes. So when we start, when we finish, so you can appraise what happened, what is it been your performance increase or not. So communication we need to be appraised as well. So what is today lesson inductive content, what we supposed to be learn? The keywords, communication plan, plan where we are, where we want to be, identify audience, who's your audience, to whom you want to be delivered the message, why, to whom we need to be communicate. So we really understand if we have a high volume words we are using and our audience can't understand it, So there is no purpose, because at the end of the day we want to achieve our objective. Why we communicate? Because we have a goal, we have an objective. Objective mean end result, what we want to achieve through our communication. So develop key message. Always develop a tactical plan. Use different techniques. Identify measure and evaluations. You set the criteria how you will evaluate. So let's say advertising. Why we advertise? What do you think? Why we advertise?
We advertise our products to buy a product. We are launching a product.
We want to persuade, yes?
Persuade them. Yes.
So we want to be persuade. We want to remind, yes? And we want to inform. We want to persuade, oh, this is the last chance, this sale is going, if you miss this opportunity, you're not going to get again, yes?
Yes.
We persuade people to buy the things. We remind, oh, still you have a chance to buy, yes? Still we are delivering this product. We inform something new product in the market. We are under new management. We are launching new product. You will get extra 20%, whatever. So maybe we can inform and persuade together. So always advertising have three objectives: persuade, remind, and inform. So how we can do? I'm not sure we heard about ATHE. What is the ATHE stand for? Ever heard? Always you get attention of your audience. Yes? Like you may be seeing a lot of words. There is something we don't know what is going to happen next. Yes? Because it's create interest. First you get attention someone's. Second, you create interest in the message. Then it's become a desire. When you have a desire something, and always marketer take actions, yes, they sell it. So attention, interest, desire, and action. So we need to be our communication, how we can get the attention, how we can create the interest, how this become a desire of our audience, and then we do actions accordingly. So we can deliver the message effectively. So we need to be think about. Okay, so today lesson will go through stakeholders metrics, which is stakeholders mean anybody who has any interest. We'll discuss about cultural diversity, why is it crucial, past experience we need to think about, and position difference among personnel, people of staff, functional relationships, sender and receiver. So all this will be focused today lesson. These are all the keywords which we're supposed to be go through. Any question?
No.
Okay, so today lesson, what is your current knowledge about project management? What do you think? If you scale 1 to 10, what do you think? Where are we up to?
6 probably. 6.
6. So we are here in between 6. So we'll see either we are moving 0.5, 1 or 2, whatever, depends. So that's always good to be. When you start any activities, always reflect where my current knowledge, where I'm now, and where I want to see how much I move forward. So always good to be when any activities will start, can look around. Okay, 3.1, we have assessment criteria explain. The key contents of a project and the communication plan. So we make the communication plan, why we need to identify the 10 key requirements of the successful project. What makes successful project? If you want to be project successful, you need clear objective. So what is meant by objective? Any definition of objective? Do we have a new year objective? Yes?
You want to achieve?
You want to achieve. Objective is end result. So what is difference between aims and objective then?
Aims and objectives.
Yes.
Aim is the short-term goal.
Okay. Your aims today lesson are aims to learn about what is a communication plan and how we can do effective. Yes, that's my aims. Aims is I supposed to give you introduction. I explain you and the reason why communication, but your objective end of the day, you pass this course. Yes, you achieve this qualification. Yes, what you learn. Aims is what you will do, and objective is what you will achieve.
Yes, what you intend to do. Your statement of intent is aim probably.
Yes, you can say your your intention and effectivity is what you will achieve. Huh? And like we learn about SMART objective. What is SMART stand for?
SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, and time.
Realistic.
Time efficient.
Yes, time bound.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. So we need to be set objective, which is realistic, really time bound, specific. Yes. So we need to be any project. We need to set objective. When we have objective, why we are doing this project? What is a project? Any definition of project?
Project is a set of tasks which ultimately reaches, you can say, a goal, a specific to achieve a specific goal, a set of tasks.
Yes. So like, we color our house. It's a project. Yes. Project
a series of tasks
or activity.
Or specific outcome.
It can be specific outcome. Yes, I have an objective why we are doing it. Yes, what activities will involve. So we need to plan it. So good planning and control. So why plan? Do we need to do planning?
Yes, we need to plan something, especially plan something ahead of time, a project, so that we can achieve our goals in an efficient way and manner, and reach the goal in due time.
Excellent. So plan is where we are and where you want to see yourself, what you want to achieve it. Yes, which is fine. So planning where we are and where we want to see ourselves. Like you want to become a project manager in few years time. You want to do PhD in project management. Yes. Or you want to do MSc after this course, in project management. Or you want to be leads project. Yes. And you need awareness. Or you become a chartered project manager for this. Yes. So these all this. So I have a plan, wonderful, with respect to, every smoker make the plan every year. I'll quit the smoke this year. Yes.
Yes.
So, but they make the plan, but there is no control. Yes. So few weeks or few days, or less smoking. Oh no, I gradually leave. But there is no control, and we pick again our habit. So we need a control. Control mean corrective actions. Yes. Control mean reports. Yes. Control mean reflections. Control. So you have a plan. There is no control. You can't achieve it. Yes. So you need a control for it. Okay. Good quality project managers. You have a wonderful material, planning, everything, but you recruit the managers don't have experience. So we learn about one terminology in the previous lesson: capability and competency. Do we know what is the key difference? These two words. Yes.
Capability and competency.
Yes.
Capability is your ability to do something.
Okay, good.
And
yes.
Competency means if whether you are competent enough to and you are not outdated, or you go with the team, or you are able to excel as compared to others. The capability.
So capability means ability to do, like you pass your driving test.
Yes.
You are capable to drive, that's why you pass the driving test. But normally newly passed driver can make the mistakes, yes? That's why we need to display the plate as a newly passed driver for at least 3 months. Yes, then we become competent. Because employers don't need just degree, you're capable. Employer need competence. So that's why employer wants to conduct interview and select people based on the STAR method. What is a STAR method? Is competency based interview. S stand for situation, T stand for task, A stand for action, and all stand for result. So there are a lot of videos. People select project managers based on competencies, and especially the method they use, STAR method of interview. And on the YouTube you can watch, it is quite good to watch. Okay, this is about quality. Good management support. What is the management then? What management? Can we define management?
Yes, management can mean the ability of a person or a team to do a specific task, and how they control it, how they manage it, how they perform the task in a time.
Excellent. So great. These are all the management functions. Yes, you do planning, you do controlling, you do organizing, you do staffing. So management is a process of designing an environment. If you're a manager, you have to design an environment to achieve pre-selected objective. You already select the objective, and as a manager you have to design an environment. Nobody really tell you how you do. You should have a competencies to do it. Yes. So then next, enough time and resources we have to make project successful. Commitment by all, not just at the top level management. Higher user involvement. Good communication. So communication is also important role to make projects successful. Good project organization and structure, and being able to stop and start project, yes, and evaluate project. So communication, some people say, is the most important aspect of the manager's task. Communications involve talking the project sponsors, project teams, and outside the world. You must establish excellent communication with the sponsor, with the stakeholders, whoever involved it. Yes. So this is all we must need to do to achieve our objective of the project. Okay, what we can do, we have to make the communication strategy. What is the word strategy mean? What we say, what is meant by strategy?
Strategy is a plan, or
yes,
you can say the method you devise to do something.
Yes, excellent. We can say the action plan. Yes.
Yes.
What strategy you will use to achieve your plan. Yes. Action plan. So that's we need to be. So think about communication can be through maybe letters. Yes. Through emails. Yes. Through meetings. Yes. Through newsletters, whatever we can. Yes. So these are the different ways we need to think about how we can communicate message. Maybe we do the weekly reporting, briefing, email updates. Yes. So we have a dashboard. Dashboard should be up to date, because on the computer we have a dashboard reflect how many % our project complete. Yes. Weekly, monthly reports we communicate. Project have a life cycle. Yes. If we don't do within time, think about, the medicine COVID-19. Yes. Yes. How many companies they launch? Yes. So those launch early, they will gain it. Those launch late, they won't. Do we have a Nokia? Still we are using yes?
No.
Why not?
Because they stopped adding features which the other companies have.
So Nokia is not innovative. Yes? There is no innovation. Yes? Or we call features. They don't have the features. Yes? Which other mobile companies are offering. So, but Nokia used to be leader in the world. They stayed behind. Only the reason the CEO of the company closed many R&D, research and development center in the world. Yes, and they not really communicate the message properly, and they save the cost few years, but they not launch the innovative product because the old companies stay behind and a new company is gaining and capturing the market share, which is a question mark. Why not we can't innovative? Why not we have that sort of? Because if you think you're as a manager or CEO of the company, your ideology is research and development is a waste of resources. You can't really sustain in a business. So the communication, you have to make the strategy. We have to appraise risk. Communication is also risk as well. So how we measure the risk? What is meant by risk? Risk is always bad?
No, it can be good in terms as well.
Yes, risk is a probability of happening.
Probability of something to happen. Yes.
So we can look around the risk. We need to measure it when we communicate. Develop a communication strategy, which we inform to stakeholders. What is meant by stakeholders then? Sorry, I'm not taking tests. Hope so not. Sorry. Stakeholders, yes?
Yes, stakeholders are people who have share in an organization, who have some sort of involvement in the organization.
Okay, stakeholders is mean anybody who has any interest in the company or their interest will influence due to the action of the company. That's what we call stakeholders. Stake mean interest, yes?
Yes.
Not just the investor. Investor are stakeholders, but other than the investors, like employees, like local public, yes? Like local resident, like tax office, they charge the tax, from the company. They have an interest in companies, yes? Suppliers. So these are all, even customer, of course. So we need to look around there and we need to communicate. So evaluate the second, we have a 3.2, evaluate the communication benefit of project communication plan. So if you don't have it, what drawback we have, what benefit we have. The stakeholders plan enable to combine the stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis mean who are your stakeholders, how much can impact on your especially in your project. Think about you want to make a road or you want to be construct something. You have in your favor or in your against. Yes, you have to look around. You have to communicate. Yes, what benefit will bring this project? Like when you're making any dam for suppose water storage, maybe a lot of people against it and a lot of people in a favor. So your communication need to be goes to all stakeholders, yes? And especially you need to take on board those are the key stakeholders like a union, yes? Like a key stakeholders, we need to be look around their maneuvers. We have to manage, we have to engage them, we have to make the communication. Yes, communication plan with them. Gantt chart, which is given by the Henry Gantt. In every organization, we have a little chart when or how much where we can show in bars, in graphs, what activity we complete, when this project will be finished, what benefit will be, who's going to be sponsored. Yes, all these, the like World Bank or whoever will be sponsored, where the source of fund will come from, all this is a crucial thing we're supposed to do. So effective communication, benefit, efficient. So 3 E's concept, I'm not sure you have learned or ever heard. 3 E's stand for effectiveness. Effectiveness means whatever your basic criteria, basic benchmark, if you're achieving that, we are very effective. If we are, because the performance always equal to time, cost, and quality. So if you're taking less time, you're doing tasks quicker, but the quality of the work is not good. So maybe we'll say, let's say someone's supposed to be take 5 minutes with set activities. Someone supposed to be takes 2 kg of material to make a product, and let's say 90% our target to be our products meet the customer demands. So if somebody taking these and accordingly doing it, that's very effective. If somebody taking 4 minutes, not 5 minutes, 2 kg of material, 90% customer sales, so that person is very economical for the company. The next stage, yes, not just a benchmark, is more than. When someone is taking 4 minutes but taking material, there is no waste for suppose 1.9 kg for suppose, yes. So and 95% customer are satisfied with the service, so that is very efficient. So what we need to do, we need to make sure our communication more efficient, not just only effective. Yes, any question here?
No.
Okay, have we ever watched program? It's called Undercover Boss.
No.
Okay, it's quite good. Different CEO of the company, they come going as a worker in their own companies, and they observing ground realities. Yes, so this is quite good on YouTube. Different countries have launched either Unilever or Procter and Gamble or McDonald's boss. Yes, so all they are doing this sort of. So why they doing this? A purpose behind, So then next is we looking the communication strategies when you make. These are all your stakeholders. These are all the objective. Yes. Then some will be in your favor, some will be your against, some must be informed. Those are very crucial. So we need a communication strategy, regular briefing, explain situation, and all these strategies we can use it. Any questions? This is given by one of the authors called Turner. Okay, negotiation and project agreement. We need good negotiation skills, and we project agreements with all the stakeholders. So we'll try to involve them and share with them, and ultimately we achieve if we'll good communicate. So activities. So if we look scope yourself honest on your project management skill using the tick boxes. Yes. Problem solving skills. What we think. Result orientation, self-confidence, prospective communication, negotiating abilities, and energy and initiatives. So we can reflect it. Yes. My own score. Maybe I never work independently on the project. Yes. So we can reflect it in always good to be, and we can plan. Okay, next we're looking one of the metrics is called power and interest stakeholder metrics. Metrics mean where we can put different stakeholders and we can match their expectation and we can communicate with them accordingly. So some stakeholders, according to this power and interest metric, some have a low, some have a high interest, level of interest, and some have a power. Some have a low power and low interest. So minimum effort required to be motivate them. Some have a high power and low interest. So we need to keep satisfy them, keep inform them. But some have a high interest but low power. We keep inform them. But some have stakeholders, key player. Some have a high power, high interest, and high power. Yes, those are the key players. Think about the big investor. If we don't keep them happy, they will withdraw the investment, and ultimately our company will collapse. So we need to be think about. And these are the stakeholders, and we can map them. We can write, is it employees, is it supplier, is it who's A, B, C investors, and we can map them and we can communicate with them accordingly. Some maybe have a power, legitimacy, and urgency model. This is one of other mapping model. Power, stakeholders can influence. The relationship in desirability we need. Urgency, some stakeholders urgently need to be, like profit. When we declare, we need to be informed to the shareholders. Okay, so we can map them accordingly. According to this model we can use. I can send you a lot of examples for these. So these are, and then can be latent stakeholders. We can subdivide into dominant, discretionary, and demanding stakeholders. Expectant stakeholders, what they expect. Defensive stakeholders. So we can look around all these different, and we can categorize, different stakeholders under these three areas. Okay, so I included today in my slide one of the case study. We have a company called Enterprise Rent a Car in UK, and the communication strategy, how they prepare and communicate with all the stakeholders. So this will be available on Moodle. So please, in your own time, yes, it's good to read. Any question here?
No.
Hello. Okay, brilliant.
Yes,
so that's please, in your own time, yes, good to read this case study, yes, and how this company overcome and they make the project successful. Okay, so that's really we need to. Next we have a 3.3, our assessment criteria. Analyze the factors that can affect the communication during the project. So communications can be internal, external. Internal within a company, external with the outsider. Internal communication always within the department. You need to look around. External communication is sometimes very demanding, and where we need to be really understand the culture as a country. Maybe we are in new, maybe language, maybe we use high volume words people can't understand. So that's we need to be really external communication. Press release, marketing material, advert, these we can. There are the many reasons why important business to achieve effective communication that motivates staff, suppliers, and interact, with all the stakeholders. Okay, so effective, the link of the communication and motivation. So communication also motivate. One of the authors, his name was Elton Mayo. He gave, so we need to emphasize importance of communication to meeting implies social needs. Yes. Then we have author Maslow. He also said communication is very important to meet the needs of the people. One is Mons Herzberg theory, two-factor theory, theory X and Y, which is also emphasis is about the motivation and the communication. Reason using communication to boost the motivation. So effective communication will help to boost the implies engagement. Barriers. So what barriers we have in the communications? Too many interdependence, many layers in the organization. If we have that, also geographical areas. If you are too far, maybe, and offices, this did communication overload, too much information, overload. Yes, so we're not supposed to be. We need to be keep it short and simple. Metric types of structure of organization. That also project and the team member establish the new product, include engineer, all, everyone communicate effectively, involve your team members. Okay, so when we looking the team, it can be marketing, operation, finance, HR, all, the project team leaders need to be make sure communicate with all the departments to make our project successful. Okay, advantages and disadvantages. If we don't do it, yes, communication need to be effective. Communication need to be, and it's help to motivate. If we don't do it, it will be problems and we can't achieve our objective. Okay, the organization structure, functional structure, project run by function, different department. We have advantages for this. Function should have relevant expertise specialist, and disadvantage can be, yes, routine function work may take, previous activities over the project. Motivation may suffer if the project is perceived at the professional divergence. So that's, we need to be make sure we always treat professionally and make sure communication effective. And we have a structure of organization, like organization structure in departments. We should be effectively manage these. Any question here? Please, if you have any question, you can ask. The pure project structure, all staff are assigned to project teams and we should manage these, and we have advantages and disadvantages each, types of structure. So pure project in your own organization, think this is one of example about one of college. Have you did work, what went well, what not? So always you carry on reflecting. Contractor and partners, always you communicate with them. Then we can look around execution option in the project management. Freelancers may be required. Some people you need 100% in-house activities, fixed price, and in-house projects. Yes, in-house and external resources we can use. Quick, exercise choosing organization structures. Make sure your organization structure for particular this project fit, with the culture of organization. We can look around options, various options, in-house and out-house. Each have advantages and disadvantages. Like you want to do the outsource your IT department, or you outsource something, how you do in-house, because it has own advantages and disadvantages. So always we need to keep in mind. Okay, different option as option 3, in-house project management, supervision contracts, or you give supervision contract to outsider, fixed price. Maybe we can turnkey project, which we could use the term. Okay, so we need to be make sure have own advantages and risk can be transferred to external. So summarize today key learning, define project. We can look around different success factor. We make sure we'll communicate as well. So then I included one of the case study about the communication plan. So what we need to do is we need to copy this link, and we need to make sure we'll go through this, how this company they use communication plan to make the project successful. So please, you can copy this and you can read this. One of the companies called Kellogg, when they launched the new, how they communicate about the new cereal product, yes, Crunchy Nuts, and this is the communication plan. They have a sender encoding message they deliver. Yes, so they conduct research, they look around the objective, and they look around the audience, target audience, and they choose the message. Accordingly, they communicate different communications techniques, and they conclude it, yes, and the communication was effective and they achieved their objective, and they make this new product successful launch, and they raise money through this new project. Okay, so then we have a quiz. I'm not going to do now because we are just one, we are in a team. So what we can do, we can copy this link, please. Yes, there is no, at the end will shows you if you're wrong. At the end you can review it and you can find, communication and communication plan, how we can effectively make it. So that's all today lesson. Today lesson we learn about different communications. Then we have a different others communications techniques, 7 C's. when you deliver the message should be complete, should be concise. So all this, which is further, and there is a book as well on Moodle. So please good to be look around 7C's model as well. There are number of models we can apply, but really we need to be focused on ATHE, attention, interest, desired, and action. Communication always effective, clear objective need to be set, and communicate with the stakeholders, and look around. Your communications will be effective if it's achieved objective. That's why, as I mentioned, you undercover boss one of the program. Normally the companies carry on reviewing these, and we can achieve to understand the stakeholders. We can use the power interest metrics, and where we can put the stakeholders, and some required more effort, so maybe some required thoroughly communications with them, or some we need just a short message to them. So that's all today lesson. In the next lesson we'll go through our LO4, and further we'll discuss. If you have any question, anyone, please just drop me email, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for listening and attending, and hope so I'll speak to you during our next lesson. Happy New Year, and speak to you all.